putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here, author of Race Pimping. You can get my book at racepimping.com. Also, 844-551-8255 if you want to call the show. And kjradio.com if you want to get the show on demand 24/7 anytime you want. You hear something you like, just go there. It'll be there at kjradio.com. So the one thing I will give the left is these people are loyal to a fault. They don't care what you've done. You could have, they could catch Bill Clinton partying with sheep, and I'm using the word partying with my finger quotes, and they wouldn't care. Barack Obama he could be in a gay relationship in the middle of Times Square, and Van Jones made the comment, they wouldn't care. Hillary Clinton, you can't be more crooked. You can't have more revelations about the crooked nature of this woman and her family, including Chelsea, and all the intermingling of the DNC and the, going after Bernie and all the other presidential candidates and getting questions fed to her by Donna Brazile during debates and all this. You can't find a more crooked group of people, and leftists are like, but we love them. We love them, man. Leave us alone. They're so good to us. Just stop it. I love them, Daddy. It's funny. It is so funny to watch. But the flip side of that is that we as conservatives, we are very quick to abandon because we're principled. Dang it, he cannot go do that. What's that? He grabbed him by the what? Well, there you go. I can't support a man who would dare take advantage of his position as a billionaire where women would throw themselves at him. He's a good-looking guy. And then women that allow them to grab him by the, I can't support a guy like that. I'm a church-going fella. That used to do the very same thing and probably would be, the people that all act all sanctimonious about that is because they're never going to be billionaire playboys. It's easy to say when you're never going to be it. Oh, I would have all kinds of restraint. Give one of those clowns, just anybody that says that, give them $1 million of money that's free to play with that mama doesn't know about. Okay? Doesn't know about. And watch them. Watch them, man. They have this thing that the Amish kids do. I think they get to be 17 after they leave and they go and see the world. And these kids go buck wild. That's what would happen to the average dude. 98% of conservative men who got a free $1 million with nobody to look at it would be out there going bananas. Okay? Now, I don't know what that entails. Some people might just buy a couple of Ferraris and cruise around and let all the chicks look at them. Other people, whatever your indulgence is, you get a free $1 million to do it. It's not going to impact your life. No reputation ruined, whatever. And you could just indulge. You think these guys are going to donate that money to the church? Or you think a few of them are going to hit the casino? A few of them are going to go, drive fancy cars and chase a few women or whatever else. So look, don't act all sanctimonious out there, fellas. Don't misunderstand me. I love you. I think the majority of us would hold ourselves in some level of restraint, but don't try to get it twisted and act as if we don't understand it. So put yourself in that situation and ask yourself, you're a billionaire playboy and that's it? That's all they got? That he says women will allow him to grab him by the, oh, really? I'm sitting there going, it was like when they were saying Tiger Woods, had 7 mistresses and I went, I don't know Tiger Woods' political bent, but he's a young, good looking dude that's in the top of his craft where, people throw himself. And my first comment was, that's it? The dude is a billionaire. Don't misunderstand me. He never should have married Elon or whatever her name is if he was going to go do all the philandering. But I'm just saying, it didn't surprise this brother that was it. I mean, that there weren't dozens more. And maybe there are. But that's all they found. And by the way, Tiger was golfing over the weekend, and he looked good. For those of you who are golf guys, he looked good. Anyway, I want to go back to the left holding on to this vestige of, whatever they think their party represents. They know it's a party of scoundrels, but they rationalize it. Well, Bill Clinton may have done that, but I mean, that's been litigated. Oh, okay. So there's a statute of limitations on rape and sexual abuse with former presidents and, who do crazy things to interns and other women, but there's not for anybody else, right? There isn't for Roy Moore. There isn't for Donald Trump. When we're talking about things that happened decades ago, there's no statute of limitations for them. They treat you like the IRS. They treat conservatives like the IRS, where if you want to get your money back, you got a 3-year window. If they want to get their money back, they can get you anytime. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way. Anyway, this investigation about Bill Clinton and all this shenanigans with the Russians and when the FBI was investigating Hillary Clinton, it's all going to come back to hurt these people, because the FBI released the flight records or something, and they find out Bill Clinton essentially ambushed Lynch on the tarmac at Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix. And what it showed was there was an intelligence breach within the FBI who alerted Bill Clinton as to where Lynch would be so he could stalk her. And that's what he did. And sources say that Lynch was taken aback and physically shaken by Clinton, his seemingly impromptu meeting on the tarmac that happened on June 27th of 2016. And that's an important date. June 27th. The Clinton narrative of that meeting had been that Bill and Lynch met by happenstance. Their jets landed and was like, whoa, isn't that Loretta Lynch's jet? My goodness, that's Bill Clinton's plane. They said that Bill Clinton was in Phoenix on a scheduled stop to meet with Latino leaders in order to stump for his wife, who, as you guys know, was obviously running for president. Federal law enforcement sources believe that Bill Clinton's jet was chartered from Teterboro Airport in northern New Jersey the morning of the infamous tarmac meeting. And that's a problem, because originally Loretta Lynch was due to be there on the 28th and not the 27th. So how did Bill get this information? In his book, Guilty as Sin, Edward Klein claims that officials in the Obama administration decided before the first witness was interviewed that Hillary Clinton would not face prosecution. She's getting persecuted over the handling of classified emails. And here's an excerpt. Bill Clinton's private jet was cleared for takeoff and was taxiing towards the runway at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport when a Secret Service agent informed him that Loretta Lynch's plane was coming in for a landing. Don't take off, Bill barked. As his plane skidded to a halt and headed back to its parking place, Bill grabbed the phone and called an old friend, one of his most trusted legal advisors. Bill said, I want to bushwhack Loretta. The advisor recalled, I'm going to board her plane. What do you think? And I said, there's no downside for you, but she's going to take a pounding if she's crazy enough to let you on that plane. But according to Ed Klein, Bill Clinton had every intention of bushwhacking Lynch. And the article continued. It was June 27, 2016, 1 year into the FBI investigation into Clinton's emails. He knew it would be a huge embarrassment for Loretta when people found out that she talked to the husband of a woman, the presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party who was under criminal investigation by the FBI, but he didn't give a dang. He wanted to intimidate Loretta and discredit FBI Director James Comey's investigation of Hillary's emails, which was giving Hillary's campaign agita, I guess, angst. Bill hung up the phone and turned to the secret agent. As soon as her plane lands, he said, get the Attorney General on the phone and say the president would like to have a word with her. The president. Once inside Lynch's plane, Bill turned on the Clinton charm. He gave Lynch's shoulder an affectionate squeeze and shook hands with her husband, Stephen Hargrove. Bill said he could tell that Loretta knew from the get-go that she'd made a huge mistake. This is according to the advisor. She was literally trembling, shaking with nervousness. Her husband tried to comfort her, but he kept patting her hand and rubbing her back. Bill made small talk, grandchildren, golf, former Attorney General Janet Reno, kept at it for nearly half an hour. Didn't make any difference what they talked about. All he wanted to do was send a message to everyone at the Justice Department and the FBI that Hillary had the full weight of the Clinton machine, the Democratic Party, and the White House behind her. It was clearly torturous for Loretta. Bill told me later that he noticed there were beads of sweat on her upper lip. Now, so Ed Klein is essentially saying that Bill was about to take off and then Lynch's plane landed. Well, either way, somebody tipped him off that she was there and it's supposed to be, confidential information. So it remains the same. Now, I'm curious as to how this is all going to play out in Mueller's investigation.
He
Because
won't
supposedly
stop until he's the
FBI
top-rated
records
radio
have
talk
Bill
show host
Clinton's
in
plane,
America.
and all the other stuff. So let's see what happens. I don't have any other answers for you except to say that I am curious, and I do know that meeting wasn't impromptu. Something happened. Short break. We'll be back in just a bit.